The billionaire froze when the girl began to dance. Guests whispered. Guards reached for their radios. And his paralyzed son, who hadn't moved in months, suddenly lifted his hand. "Dad," the boy whispered. "She makes the pain quiet." The girl kept dancing barefoot on cold marble, her dress torn, her hair wild, her eyes shining like she had nothing to lose. The billionaire's voice shook. "Who let this street girl into my house?" The guards moved, but his son screamed, "Don't touch her." And in that moment, the richest man in the city realized something terrifying. This homeless girl now mattered more to his son than all his money. Nobody noticed the girl when she first slipped through the gate. The mansion in Malibu was loud that night. Music, laughter, glasses clinking, rich people celebrating rich people. Security watched the crowd, not the shadows. Her name was Maya. She was 14, thin, brown-skinned, barefoot. Her dress was too big and torn at the side. She hadn't eaten since morning. She wasn't there to steal. She was there because she heard the crying. It came from the garden, soft, broken, lonely. She followed the sound until she saw him. A boy about her age sat in a wheelchair near the fountain. His legs didn't move. His hands rested uselessly on his lap. His eyes stared at the water like he was already gone. Maya felt it in her chest. She knew that look. That was the look of someone who had given up. She stepped forward slowly. The boy looked at her, confused. "Who are you?" She smiled gently. "Nobody." Then without music, without asking, she began to dance. Not fancy, not perfect, just raw. Her arms moved like she was telling a story. Her feet tapped like they remembered happiness. Her face changed with every move, sad, playful, brave. The boy blinked. Then something impossible happened. His fingers twitched. He whispered, "Do it again." So she danced harder. And in a house full of power, money, and lies, a barefoot homeless girl was about to change everything. The night the city learned his name, she almost lost him. Rain slammed the streets like it was angry at the world. Cars crawled through puddles, horns crying like lost animals. She stood under a broken awning near the old bus terminal, dress soaked, shoes in her hand, feet numb from cold. People rushed past her. No one looked. She lifted her arms anyway. Her body moved before her fear could stop it. A slow spin, a soft step, a leap that splashed water everywhere. She danced because dancing was the only language that had ever kept her alive. Coins hit the ground. Not many, but enough. Then, a black car stopped across the street. Not just any car. Long, shiny, quiet, in a way that meant money. A man stepped out, tall, expensive coat, guarded by two others who didn't smile. He looked straight at her, not through her, at her. She froze. He crossed the street, rain soaking his shoes, eyes never leaving her face. "What are you doing out here?" he asked. She lifted her chin. "Dancing." He looked around. "In this weather?" She shrugged. Hunger doesn't care about weather. Something in his eyes changed. Not pity, recognition. "What's your name?" She hesitated. Names had been taken from her before, but she said it anyway. "Maya." He nodded slowly. "My son hasn't spoken in 2 years." She blinked. "I'm sorry." "He doesn't move much either," the man continued. "Doctors, therapies, machines. Nothing works." He studied her like he was making a decision that scared him. "Would you come dance for him?" he asked. The guard stiffened. She stepped back. "I don't go with strangers." A small smile. "Good. That means you're smart." He pulled out a card. "My house is 3 blocks from here. Big gate. You can leave any time. But if you make him smile, I'll make sure you never sleep in the rain again." She stared at the card, at the address, at the rain running down his face. "Why me?" she asked. He answered honestly. "Because you dance like you're fighting the world." She looked at the sky, then at her bare feet, then at him. "I'll come," she said, "but I don't belong to you." His smile widened. "Neither does my son." The mansion was too quiet. Not peaceful. Quiet, like it was holding its breath. They led her through halls bigger than the streets she slept on. Her wet footsteps echoed on marble. Then she saw him. A boy in a wide chair by a window. Maybe 10. Thin. Eyes open but empty, like someone had turned the lights off inside him. Machines hummed softly. The man knelt beside him. "Evan, I brought someone." No reaction. Maya's chest tightened. She stepped forward slowly. No big moves. No jokes yet. Just presence. She lifted one foot, then the other. A slow rhythm. Like a heartbeat. She swayed. She spun once. His eyes didn't move. Her throat burned. She remembered dancing for drivers who threw trash instead of coins. She danced anyway. She jumped, landed soft, rolled, popped up, crossed her eyes and pretended to trip. Nothing. Her chest hurt. Then she did something she never did. She danced ugly. She twisted her face, bent her knees wrong, flapped her arms like a broken bird. The guards looked away. The father held his breath. And then, a sound. Tiny. A breath that wasn't a breath. A broken laugh. Maya froze. She looked at the boy. His lips had moved. Just a little. She danced again. Wilder. Sillier. The sound came again. Longer this time. The father dropped to his knees. "Evan," he whispered. "Say it again." The boy's eyes focused. Not on his father. On her. And he laughed. Not loud, but real. The room shattered. The father cried without hiding it. Maya kept dancing until her legs shook. When she finally stopped, the boy reached out. His fingers touched her sleeve. Her heart almost stopped. From that night, everything changed. She came every day. Same dress. Same shoes she never wore. Same dance. Always different. He laughed more. Then he moved his fingers. Then his hand. Then his arm. Doctors came. Machines changed. Whispers filled the house. "Miracle," they said. "Hope," they said. But no one noticed the bruises on her feet. No one asked where she slept when she left, except the boy. One night he whispered, "Don't go." Her chest cracked. "I have to." "Where?" She lied. "Home." He frowned. "Bring your home here." She smiled like it didn't hurt. Then one afternoon, cameras came. The father hadn't called them. Someone else had. A nurse. A driver. A neighbor. They filmed her dancing. They filmed the boy standing for the first time, shaking, holding her hands. They filmed the father crying. The video went everywhere. Street girl heals millionaire's son. Dance saves a life. They didn't use her name, but the world watched her. People praised the father. Few asked about her. Then the money came. Sponsors. Shows. Deals. The father stood in front of her one night. "You don't need to dance on the streets again," he said. "Stay. Go to school. Be safe." She nodded. But something inside her was afraid. Because kindness sometimes came with chains, and she didn't know the price yet. Fame changed the house. More people, more cameras, more rules. She had to dress a certain way, dance a certain way, smile longer. They said it was for the boy, but sometimes the boy wasn't even there. One night she heard two men talking. "She's the product now. She sells the miracle." Her stomach turned. She wasn't a miracle. She was a girl who didn't want to starve. She went to the boy's room. He was sitting up, stronger now. "They don't see me," she whispered. He frowned. "I see you." Tears burned. She hugged him carefully. "I won't disappear," he said. But someone else planned to make her. The contract came. She couldn't read it well. The words were heavy. But one line was clear. She could not leave. Not without permission. Not without payment. She felt the walls move closer. She wasn't a guest anymore. She was property. And the boy was the only reason she stayed. Then the second twist came. The woman from the street appeared at the gate. Thin, old, eyes like broken glass. She screamed Maya's real name. The guards tried to push her away. But Maya ran. "Mom?" The woman touched her face like she didn't believe it. "They sold you," the woman cried. "They said you died." The world tilted. "What?" Maya whispered. The woman showed her papers. A birth record. A missing child report. Maya had been taken years ago, not abandoned. Stolen. Sold. And the man who signed the transfer had the same last name as the boy. Maya walked into the mansion shaking. The father saw her face and knew. "You knew," she said. He didn't answer. "You bought me," she whispered. For him, silence confessed everything. The boy cried when she told him. "I didn't know," he said. "I swear." She held his face. "I know." But love didn't erase chains. The police came. The truth came. The world that praised him turned on him. And when they took him away, the boy screamed. Maya stayed. Not for the house. Not for the fame. For the boy who had given her a voice. In court, she told everything. Not for revenge. For freedom, the judge listened. The world listened. And when it ended, she walked out holding the boy's hand. No mansion. No cameras. Just air. "You're free," he said. "So are you," she answered. They didn't know where they were going. But they knew what they were not anymore. They were not owned. They were not silent. They were not invisible. They were just two children who had survived the world and learned how to dance inside it. The night after the truth broke, the house felt like a ghost. No cameras. No visitors. No applause. Just footsteps and echoes. Maya couldn't sleep. She sat on the floor of the hallway, back against the wall, knees to her chest. Every sound made her flinch. Every shadow looked like someone coming to take her again. The boy rolled his chair beside her. "You didn't run," he said quietly. She looked at him. "I thought about it." "Why didn't you?" "Because you didn't lie to me." He lowered his eyes. "I wish my father hadn't lied to both of us." She touched his hand. "You're not him." The door opened. A woman stepped in, lawyer, calm, serious. "Everything is moving fast," she said. "There are charges, there are investigations, and there are decisions you need to make." Maya stood. "I don't want money." The lawyer nodded. "You'll still get help, but you get to choose where you go. School, care, family." Maya swallowed. "My real mother?" The lawyer hesitated. "She's alive, but she's not stable. We can arrange visits." Slowly, Maya felt both hope and fear twist inside her. "What about him?" she asked, looking at the boy. The lawyer looked at him gently. "He will go to medical care first, then foster placement, or guardianship if someone qualifies." Maya's heart pounded. "I'm not old enough, but you are strong enough," the lawyer said softly. That night, the boy cried for the first time since he started walking. Not from pain, from fear. "I don't want to be alone again," he said. Maya held him like he was made of glass. "You won't be." Weeks passed. The mansion emptied, furniture covered in sheets. Silence everywhere. Maya and the boy moved to a small care home. 1 room each. White walls. No gold. No guards. Just people who said good morning and meant it. He learned to walk without holding her. She learned to read better. They went to therapy, to school, to doctors. Sometimes reporters waited outside the gate. Maya refused to talk. She wasn't a miracle. She was a girl. One afternoon, a letter came. From her mother. It was messy, hard to read, but real. "I looked for you," it said. "I failed. I'm sorry. If you don't come, I will still love you." Maya cried for hours. The boy watched her. "Will you leave?" he asked. She wiped her face. "I don't know." He nodded, trying to be brave. "If you go, don't disappear." She hugged him tight. "I won't." They visited the woman together. She lived in a small place that smelled like old paper and sadness. When she saw Maya, she fell to her knees. "My baby," she whispered. Maya didn't know what to feel. They talked, cried, sat in silence. The woman wasn't evil. She was broken. Maya understood that broken people could still love. But love didn't always mean safety. After many visits, Maya made her choice. She would stay where she was. She would not disappear again. Her mother cried, but she understood. "Live," she said. "That's all I wanted." The court decided. The boy would stay in the care system, but Maya could be his legal guardian when she turned 18. Until then, they would stay together. Different rooms. Same life. They walked home that day holding hands. No cameras. No noise. Just wind and birds and the sound of shoes on pavement. "You saved me," he said. She shook her head. "You saved me too." Years passed quietly. Maya grew taller, stronger, smarter. She stopped dancing for survival. She danced because she loved it. The boy ran now. He laughed loud. Sometimes he forgot he had ever been still. One evening, he brought her a paper. He had written something. "You read it," he said. She read aloud. "When I couldn't move, she moved for me. When I couldn't speak, she spoke with her feet. When I had nothing, she gave me hope. She is not a miracle. She is my family." Maya couldn't speak. She just hugged him. On her 18th birthday, they went back to court. No drama, no cameras, just papers and signatures. When it was done, the judge smiled. "You are officially family now." The boy jumped into her arms. They walked out into sunlight. Not rich, not famous, but free. That night, Maya danced. Not for money, not for pain, but for joy. He danced with her, clumsy, happy, alive. And in that small room, with peeling paint and cheap curtains, they had something the mansion never gave them, a life that belonged to them.